Hey guys, welcome to DeebsTCG. I'm Devin, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Palkia VSTAR League Battle deck. This is the newest in the League Battle deck line, which are essentially just upgraded theme decks that are far more competitively viable. This one focuses on Palkia VSTAR with its Subspace Will attack and its Star Portal ability. We'll go over the whole deck now. We'll go right over to the table there, take a look at it. Alright guys, this is the Palkia VSTAR League Battle deck. Brand new. You saw all about it in the intro. And we're just going to go right into it. I would like to point out on the back here, it says a full playable 60 card deck loaded with power cards. I just want to know what a power card is. That's it. That's all I want to point out before we just go into it. It says everything on the back, but we'll just go through it like this. Maybe if I can get into it. So, take it out. Immediately, Immediately we are presented with a 3-2 line of Origin Form Palkia VSTAR with a Radiant Greninja as well, which is a first for these League Battle decks. There's actually been a few League Battle decks prior to this one. Just gonna take a look at this real quick. That is a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them. So, Poison and Burn marker is pretty standard, because this is meant for people who probably don't have a deck, and I mean, if you already play, this is great to have anyways. The League Battle decks prior to this one were Pikachu and Zekrom GX, Reshiram and Charizard GX, Zacian V, Inteleon V, both of the Urshifu, VMAXs, Calyrex VMAXs, Mew VMAX, and this is the newest one. So this is going to be our deck. Get our VSTAR marker. Dice, because you need dice to play the game, turns out. So, maybe if I wasn't a 3-year-old, I could find my way in here. So, Origin Form Palkia V, we got 3 of these bad boys, 2 Origin Form Palkia VSTARs. They're basically the exact same as the ones from the set, and then a Radiant Greninja. This is really great for a lot of decks. So, that's our start there. And now we get into the main deck here. Take a look. Go right in. Hopefully it's sorted. It doesn't look like it. So we got Trekking Shoes. Bibarel. It's not sorted. Okay. Here, you know what? I'm going to sort this real quick, and then we'll just go right through it. Alright, so I've sorted the whole deck here. We can take a look at it one by one. So, we'll start with Bidoof. So this deck plays a 3-3 Bibarel line, if I'm not mistaken. 3-3 Bibarel. We got 2 Basculin, which is Basculin. Manaphy's pretty useful. This is where it's big. We start off with 4 Irida. Irida was kind of actually an expensive card for a bit there. And I imagine when the next set comes out and Qianpao and Baxcalibur are out, these are going to go way back up. I mean, they might not now just because they were printed in a deck, but if you were looking forward to something like that, this is a good product to buy. So, put those there. 3 Boss, because you want to be switching them Pokemon. We got 3 Melanie for the extra attach per turn. Plays well with Palkia VSTAR's Star Portal ability. We have a Clara for energy retrieval and Pokemon retrieval, and then Roxanne for a little bit of disruption. 2 Lake Acuity. There's probably better stadiums, but this isn't too bad. This is also a really big one. 4 Battle VIP Pass, so these were going up as well. Basically played in every deck ever. So, you get 4 in here, which is crazy. We got 4 Trekking Shoes, Look at the top one, decide if you want it. If you don't, grab the next one. So that's always nice. 4 Ultra Ball, generic Pokemon search. This deck plays pretty heavy Bibarel lines, so the Ultra Ball comes in handy. 3 Choice Belt for taking choice knockouts. 2 Heavy Balls, Hisuian Heavy Balls to be specific. Grab Pokemon from the prize cards if there's any there. Switches, they switch. Energy Search, they search. Echoing Horn for funny plays. I mean, you play 3 boss already. Echoing Horn can get you that 1 Lumineon, or I guess Crobat's not in standard anymore, is it? That 1 Lumineon KO or Lost Box, anything, basically. And then I believe probably 9 energy. Yeah, so 9 energy, just pure water, because that's all you really need in a Palkia deck. So that's everything that's in the deck. Now we can talk about it a little bit, because I think that this is really, really good. Alright guys, so that was the main list. We're just going to go over the main strategy with this specific deck, like this list here. So, this is a pre-constructed deck. You could bring this to a tournament if you wanted, and it would work fine. Essentially, you just want to use Origin Form Palkia VSTAR Subspace Swell Attack to do 60 plus 20 for each benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. And to get that running, you could use a combination of the included Melanie to attach an extra energy. You could even get this running turn 2, I suppose, with that strategy. Or you could go for a Star Portal with like Irida, Ultra Ball, pretty much anything. The Bibarel here is great for just pure draw power. So adding in a Squavit, I think, could make a big difference for this deck. And honestly, I would probably change out this Bidoof as well for the Bidoof from Crown Zenith with its carefree countenance, if I'm not mistaken. Manaphy, I think, is probably still a fine include. Stops a lot of bench damage, especially from Lost Box. Speaking of Lost Box, I want to jump over to the Greninja here. This Greninja is great for a variety of reasons. In this deck specifically, you can discard an energy with concealed cards, and then that'll go towards your Star Portal, and your drawing cards also, obviously. And this Greninja also has Moonlight Shuriken, so you discard 2 water energy from this Pokemon, you're doing 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So you could be taking out like 2 Comfies, for instance, as long as they don't have their own Manaphy. So you can deal with Lost Box that way. Generally speaking, I think this list is just a very open-ended list. You could tech for whatever, really. If you're worried about Mew at your league or whatever you're going to, local game store, put in a Drapion. You could put in a Lumineon to search out Irida anytime, basically. Or you could Irida for a Lumineon if you really want. Things like Articuno from Silver Tempest might make that Lost Box matchup a little bit easier. I would probably just cut these Basculin entirely. You could add in far more useful things, such as Nest Ball or switching cards. I know you play 2 switch, but you could just go right for a cross switcher instead. It's been pretty popular in Palkia lists pretty much forever. These heavy balls, the Hisuian heavy balls, I would consider cutting down 1. It's just, this deck is just super flexible. It's a great starting point for people who are new to the game or have like a base knowledge of the rules. It's not like, it's definitely not a low tier deck. Palkia is kind of on the low right now, but I think with the next set, that's where this deck is really gonna go from good to really good. Because with the release of Qian Pao in our next set, Paldea Evolved, and Baxcalibur, when you already have a play set of Irida, that's going to make a big difference. Being able to search all that stuff out, all this stuff is going to be super useful for water in the future, because it just seems like water is getting stronger and stronger. So, that's basically the gist of this deck. It's a great starting point. a great beginner's deck, and honestly a great, like, anybody's deck, honestly. You could use this anywhere, anytime, I think. Even if you don't want to make changes, it would still work fine, I think. So, that's basically it for this Palkia VSTAR League Battle Deck. It does retail in the US for $29.99, which I would gladly pay for this. I mean, I did. The dice, the damage counters, it gets you all started right away. It's honestly great. I think this is probably the best League Battle deck they've released. The Mew one was pretty good, but honestly I think this is probably the best one since Zacian, which is saying something because Zacian was insane. But yeah, honestly, if you're ever looking to get into the game, or you want to improve your collection, or you just really want a Radiant Greninja right now, I would pick this up. So, that's basically the deck. Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That was the Palkia VSTAR League Battle Deck. Be sure to check out our other videos. Last week we did a review of Miraidon EX on PTCGL. We have more videos coming, GLC, some more PTCGL stuff. Bigger stuff planned also eventually. But yeah, be sure to subscribe. It helps us a ton. The support these days is like overwhelming. It's crazy. So I really thank you all for that, and see you next time.